And now, from the Valley of the Jolly Green Snacker.
Well, today's snack is due to the fact that since I've been home, I just got a little acting gig, an industrial film for Giant Foods. Giant Foods being one of the bigger grocery store chains, and the acting, an industrial film is like a training video. Many of you have been in companies where, like, when they hire you, you have to watch that cheesy training video. Well, a lot of the work that Snackboy gets on the side are these industrial films. And Giant hired me to do a comedy one recently, and it was just a couple days ago we filmed it. And here's the thing, I played the Giant employee guy, and it was filmed at the Giant snack bar at a really nice new Giant. And of course, that made me think of the commercial, and that's why I sang, "We've got fresh ideas, great values too at Giant, my Giant." Anyway, so long story short, we filmed there, and because it was such a big Giant, and we were just doing an industrial film, they didn't close the Giant, so there were shoppers buzzing around in with their shopping carts, getting their groceries, getting their pepperoni, their pastas, their carbohydrates, their proteins, their mineral water, you know, the kind of things that you get at the grocery store too. But one thing is, there's something about this particular Giant that everything had to go wrong this day. And at the salad bar, we were doing, it's a comedy where, like, there's a piece of lettuce that's dying, and so they had this little piece of prop lettuce, and it was shriveled up, and they were saying, "Snackboy, ew!" And that's okay, no one was going to eat it. All I had to do was, like, I'm walking by the salad bar with my little my Giant outfit on. They gave me a nice new shirt, it was pretty sassy. And I hear, "Help me, help me!" And it's a piece of lettuce, and I start fishing around with my tongs, and I save the lettuce and I run off. And I guess they're just trying to teach you that's a funny way of keeping the salad bar area neat and clean, which is good. But here, the way they have the salad bar built are these sliding one-way mirrors. So if you're working behind the salad bar, you can look through these sliding mirrors out into the salad bar, and, like, if you see something needs to be replaced, you slide the mirror open, you reach out, you grab the canister, and you pull in the lettuce or the whatever. Well, the lady working at the salad bar was a total idiot. I know what you're saying, "Snackboy's not nice to call other people idiots." No one's an idiot. People all just have their own understanding. Well, maybe I feel like being politically incorrect, people. This woman was an adult. I don't know how she learned to tie her own shoes. So she's walking by, and we have a whole crew of people filming with the suits standing by because they're putting the money into this industrial, and she sees me saving the little piece of dirty lettuce, and she goes, "Oh no," and she freaks out, and all of a sudden, the mirror slide, we're filming, there are lights, the camera's rolling, it's silent, I'm doing my little scene with the lettuce, the mirror slides open, and out of nowhere, this chick pops out, and from my hands grabs the lettuce canister, pulls it through the mirror, and shuts the door. And everyone's just looking, we're like, "Cut?" Everyone's just looking at each other like, "What the freak was that? What was that all about? Hurricane salad bar lady just passed through." So suddenly, the suit who's, like, paying for it, like, he owns the Giant, goes and knocks on the mirror, and she opens up, and she's like, "Huh?" He's like, "We need that salad back." And she's like, "No, it was disgusting. It was no, people will see it was dirty." And he says, "No, that's the point. What's your name, Sophia? Sophia, that's the point. We need the dirty lettuce back." She's like, no, it's disgusting. People are going to see that it is disgusting lettuce. I know. And he's like, "It's the purpose. Sophia, we need the lettuce back." She's like, "Oh, I wasn't supposed to take? No, you were not supposed to take. I'm sorry. I did not know. Here," and she hands back the lettuce. "Okay, let's do it again." So we get the cameras ready. All right, take 3 or whatever. Clock. I hear, "Help me, help me." I start saving the lettuce. And suddenly, not behind the mirror, but now behind me, the woman runs into the frame while we're filming. The same woman, Sophia. And she runs right to me, and we're still filming, and she goes, "No, you're supposed to be wearing the gloves." And she shows me she's wearing these plastic gloves to work the salad bar. And they're like, "Cut!" And they're like, "Sophia, what are you doing?" She's like, "He's not wearing the gloves." And they're like, "He's not supposed to be." In this scene, he's walking by, he sees a salad, he needs some help, and he doesn't have the gloves on. She's like, "But this is a training video. You can't train people that they can mess at the salad bar with no gloves." "No." And they're like, "Sophia, thank you, but we don't need your help." And then she tries to ignore them, and she goes to me, and she whispers, and she goes, "Do you want to wear my gloves?" And they're like, "Sophia, leave." So she walks up, and the rest of the time at the salad bar, she stands behind me, out of the frame, crosses her arms, and stares at me angrily, like, oh. Anyway, the next thing we did was we were filming by the lettuce, and they have this smart thing, it's Giant, where they keep the lettuce nice and hydrated by every 10 minutes spraying water on it. and like when it happens, you hear this of lightning, and then the lettuce is hydrated from these like sprinklers. Well, we were filming by the lettuce, and suddenly this woman in her shopping cart in the frame, and this customer is irate. She does not care that we're filming, and she says, "I do not approve of what you are doing with this lettuce. It is annoying. The customers don't like it, and I don't like it. What are you going to do about it?" And they're like, "Ma'am, we have nothing to do with the lettuce." "Well, you're all giant employees, aren't you?" And they're like, "Well, technically, I guess for today." She's like, "People hate it. No one likes the lettuce. Nobody cares for this lettuce." And then later in the day, some guy was like, "What's up with this international aisle? I can't find anything." So I just think it's funny.